Alyssa.
And I'm Gary, and this is XUTV. And we are your hosts for today with this year's theme, Exceed Expectations, Experience Excellence.
Today we follow through the last day of this year's Xavier Days, also known as the Festival Days.
Yes, and we have a lot of activities in store for you today.
But before we go through all that, I have to ask first, Gary, how are you doing this evening?
I'm really excited, Alyssa, but at the same time, I'm really sad because I know this is going to be my last XU days as a student.
I feel the same way. I can't help but remember when I was a first year and I walked through the main lane, having the time of my life, celebrating the Xavier Days, and then I can't help but think that 3 years later, I would be this happy, but now 3 years later, I'm actually quite sad. So the feeling is quite bittersweet because knowing that I will be graduating next year and this will be my last few moments as a senior to be celebrating Xavier Days. And I'm very excited for the fun-filled activities in store for us in these last few hours. With that, we're going to bring with you the highlight event of the afternoon session, right, Gary?
Of course, Alyssa. Now, we are going to show you the afternoon activities wherein most of these highlighted the importance of art. One example is the chalk art for a cause. Let's watch the highlights.
And that was the chalk art for a cause. So, Gary, did you know that this week is the Mindanao Week of Peace?
Yes, of course, Alyssa. It is the Mindanao Week of Peace. In fact, today marks its last day. The Mindanao Week of Peace is an annual celebration of promoting cultural understanding here in Mindanao. And recently, various activities have been held to celebrate it.
Yes, so much of this year's activities are in view to promoting peace here in Mindanao, which proves that Xavier is not only good at academic excellence, but it also empowers and enriches culture here in Mindanao.
Definitely, now we are going to take a look at some of the activities today. Our correspondent covered the agriventure earlier.
Wow, that sounds exciting, Gary.
But wait, before we do that, Alyssa, let us first have the festival exclusive with our correspondent, Ruth. Let's watch this.
Good afternoon. I'm Ruth and we're standing right here at the Ateneo to experience the Ag Discovery Adventure hosted by the Agricultural Science. To experience and everything in it. So come on.
look back again at the chalk art for a cause.
Everybody's taking what they can, but they can't decide. And they do what they want to, cause any kind of feeling's alright. And don't be talking, maybe your mama's flying high as a kite. And you're just laughing.
So that was the chalk art for a cause, and thank you, Ruth, for that event. That surely was an interesting activity, and it's amusing and wholesome how colleges come together in these times, especially to promote themselves to their younger audiences who will be future students, and some of them might actually be future agriculturists. Go Aggies!
Anyway, since we've already witnessed some of the events from this afternoon, we've managed to interview the man behind it all to discuss to us the Xavier Festival days and how, despite shortcomings, he and his team managed to pull it off.
Interview with Mr. Ivan Subrabas when we come back. Stick around.
Has always been a boiling pot of cultures. However, long-standing issues that threaten peace continue to haunt this beautiful land to this day. Recently, attacks of violent extremist groups spreading hate and fear with plans of ruling our land have caused a lot of people to go into hiding. But we are stronger than that. I Am Mindanao aspires to educate the youth about the horrors of violent extremism and why it should be of everyone's concern, strengthen their pride as Mindanaoans, and empower them to engage in acts that counter extremist ideologies. It encourages every Mindanaoan to stand up, take part, and refuse to be defeated by people who use force to spread violence. It is our duty. It is our concern. We are peace. We are Mindanao. We are freedom. We are Mindanao. We are the youth. We are Mindanao. I am Mindanao.
Watching
XUTV. This afternoon, let's hear our special guest's interview on tape. He is the overseer of the annually celebrated Xavier Festival Days with a team that never fails to give a wow factor every year. The man behind it all.
Yes, and he's also the director of the Office of Student Affairs, and he is also the chair of the Xavier Festival Days Executive Committee. All these and more in an exclusive interview. Let's watch this.
Well, so far for the preparations for this year, it still went smoothly actually. We were prepared for the measures regarding cost, but it didn't really limit us in the committee for the preparations of this year's festival days. It actually made us more creative. What we wanted really is to cut costs without really making it obvious in terms of the activities. But so far, even with that, we were able to create ample activities still, and we were able to fill in many activity slots for the entire 3 days. So yun, despite that, it really made the committee even more creative. It's the same hope of for everyone to really come to for all of our friends to converge on Xavier and enjoy the festivities, celebrate the warmth of friendship, celebrate the sense of community, celebrate the feast of St. Francis, and really celebrate another glorious year for the university. And we're very happy because, as always, it's always the same mood that everybody feels every Xavier Days. For this year's theme, Experience Excellence, it centers on 3 points. One is about our achievements. We really want to celebrate the recent accomplishments the university has achieved, such as our ranking in the Asian universities, and we're slowly getting to received our Asian ranking, and we're slowly getting to our vision of becoming a leading ASEAN university. And apart from that, the latest accreditations we've had, we've worked so hard for the accreditations, and of course, our consistent place in or rather for being consistent in the top universities in various board exams on various programs. Alright, for the second point for our celebration this year, it's about our celebrating our diversity, our collective identity as a community, that we may be diverse but we always have union in diversity. And we also want to emphasize that we are the local in the global. We may be located locally in Mindanao, but we have set a certain set of standards that are globally competitive. And then the third one is about development. XU has always been in the forefront of going to the peripheries of bringing development to different parts of the Philippines, especially Mindanao, and we want to collectively celebrate those by gathering our alumni and also celebrate their own contribution in terms of developing Mindanao. So those are the 3 points, the 3 things we want to emphasize in the aspect of excellence, achievement, diversity, and development. To still have the same spirit, the spirit of camaraderie, friendship, and not just within XU community, and even with the communities outside Xavier. And we really hope that this will be a renewed, this year serves as a renewed commitment for XU to continue strive for excellence, and we hope that next year will be another year to celebrate excellence in the university.
So,
thank you to everyone who continuously support the festival days. Not just to the executive committee, not just to our university president, but really the entire community. This is really a collective endeavor of everyone. Maybe you don't really see everyone working for the festival days, but to tell you, it's really the whole university, from the basic education units to the graduate levels. Thank you, and much more to all our students. Our student leaders, our volunteers, they're really the reasons. We may provide the vision for the festival days, but it's really our students who let them become a reality every year in and year out for the festival days. Outside Xavier, we think even the students from other schools, they always make sure to come, and to all our sponsors, especially to Smart, for they've been really generous every year. They really come to us and express support, And maybe that lang. I can just emphasize smart. Just like okay. Thank you guys.
And there you have it, folks. Mr. Ivan L. Subrabas. Truly, the best events aren't possible without the support and guidance of our ever support of our faculty and administrators.
Yes, but much is still in store. We still have Sugid Kabataan and Tribu Mindanao. But all these wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. This event is powered by Smart.
Thank you, Smart. So, Gary, what's next on our agenda?
Thanks for asking, Alyssa, because the next activity that will be highlighted is the Sugid Kabataan, which is a children's folktale camp. The story when XUTV returns.
The paper is the world-renowned symbol of hope for peace. I Am Mindanao invites you to take part in the endeavor to fold 1,000 paper cranes with inscribed letters of love to Mindanao. To participate, jot down your concerns, wishes, and praises for Mindanao on a colored piece of paper, then fold it to resemble a crane. Let's engender peace in Mindanao, one paper crane at a time.
Why be a surfer when you can be a Giga Surfer with Smart's gigantic data offer? GigaSurf 50, 1 gigabyte of data for only 50 pesos. So you can be a Giga Gamer or a Giga Streamer. Enough data, you can even share it with others. Change how you surf big time. Get Smart GigaSurf 50 now.
And we're still live at the studio. Next up is the Sugid Kabataan, a Mindanao children's folktale camp located at the SBM AVR that yours truly covered earlier. Let's watch this.
Well, the ink in my pen ran dry long before your smile. And the page.
Hi, I'm Gary, and I'm with Raz Mamuran, the fourth-year representative for Zello, to talk to us about the Sugid Kabataan. Now, Raz, what is this Sugid Kabataan all about?
So, Sugid Kabataan, Mindanao Children's Folktale Camp, is about encouraging grade school students, high school students, and college students to enrich their knowledge about Philippine folklore, particularly in Mindanao. So, we highly encourage them by portraying these stories in storytelling, plays, and also in puppet shows. So, in these stories, the values that are highlighted are honesty, not being selfish, nationalism, and loyalty. So these things are shown in these stories. So
Who are the people involved in this event? I mean, who are the target audience?
So as I said, grade school students, high school students, and college students. We invited students from other schools such as in COC, CU, SEO, and Lourdes.
Okay, now, how do you let these children engage in local folklore?
So we highly encourage them, we engage them through storytelling and these puppet shows, and we also want them to ask their elders because these children only usually know Western tales. So how about the Philippine folklore? They don't usually know that because Philippine folklore is more an oral tradition. So they have to directly ask their parents or even research about it.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, Raz, and that was Sugid Kabataan.
Wow, I really love the enthusiasm of the kids, Gary, and I love how they're so happy and energetic to know more about themselves, their culture, and their identity as Mindanaoans and more as Filipinos, especially since they come from this island.
Yes. Yes, they were very adorable, Alyssa. In fact, it's such a great thing that the activity helped the children appreciate local folklore.
You said it right, Gary. The activity is about enriching our culture in Mindanao, and it's somewhat a keystone in achieving peace by teaching it to the younger generations. As what Dr. Jose Rizal said, the youth are the future of this country. So, guys, we're gonna have a short break, and when we come back, Ruth and the Tribu Mindanao. So stick around, we'll be right back.
So come out of your cave, walking on your hands, and see the world hanging upside down. You can understand dependence when you know their maker's land. So make your sirens call and sing all you want. I will not hear what you have to say, 'cause I need freedom now, and I need to know how to live my life as it's meant to be.
We have been planting trees since 2009 under our tree planting program called Smart Trees. And you know, each company has its own environmental impact, and this is our own way of setting that.
Yung area na tinaniman ng Smart ay very appropriate is because kung nakita natin kanina maraming mga maliliit na isda doon. Itong area ay naging nursery para later on bago magpunta yung mga isda doon sa malalim na area, at least stable na sila, malalaki na sila. Ito lang yung area dito sa Southern Guimaras na marami tayong mangrove. So kaya pinagmalaki natin ito at maraming mga turista na pumupunta dito.
Okay. Ito pang 4th year na namin ginagawa. Kasi first year namin, hindi pa itong taklo. Bali 3 years pa lang tayo dito na ginagawa itong mangrove natin. Ito, ginagawa rin namin kasi part dito ng Cagayan ng Smart para dun sa social responsibility.
Kami sa DNR Penro Guimaras, nagpapasalamat sa Smart for partnering with the DNR as part of your corporate social responsibility.
At XUTV. So earlier this morning, Gary, Ruth had the chance to cover the Tribu Mindanao Peace Talk. What happened? Who were involved? Let's watch this.
camp activity of the Tribu Camp we held last November. This is in celebration of the Mindanao Week of Peace and also of the Waisili Unified, the Young Southeast Asian Leaders' 3rd anniversary, which is today, December 3. We have worked with various partners, including the I Am Mindanao movement, Ridge to Reef Young Leaders, and also a lot of other youth-led organizations that are for development. We had speakers such as Jana Jean G. Dacobor. She is the Regional Director of the Mindanao Tripartite Youth Corps and also the co-founder. We've also had Mr. Evans Yunson, the Project Advisor of I Am Mindanao Movement and the Department Chair of the Development Communication Department, and also Mr. Brian Adam Anay, the Project Lead for the I Am Mindanao Movement. Tribu Mindanao is a peace talk about various issues in Mindanao. So we try to invite tri-people youth, Lumads, Muslims, and Christians. And then this is so that everyone will be more aware of what is really happening in our island and in order to create ripples for us to move for a better Mindanao.
Even when my body blows away, my soul will stay. This is my home.
Wow, that was a deep discussion there and an amazing dialogue at that.
Absolutely. It's great to see students getting involved in timely issues such as this that concerns Mindanao.
Yes, for decades, the island of Mindanao or the people of Mindanao, especially the Muslims, have suffered prejudices and stereotypes from their very own Filipinos.
Yes,
From their fellow Filipinos, it's very ironic that we are of one nation but we choose to be divided. So that's really sad. And there are wars, so many wars that the people don't know that we are fighting here in Mindanao, such as the war on our identity, the war on land, and the war on resources. And it's such an amazing honor to have these peace talks here in Xavier. And we would like to thank the people behind the Tribu Mindanao for such an amazing event. And we would also like to thank the amazing people who manage all 3 days of the Xavier Days. For them, it wouldn't be as amazing as it is.
Yes,
For all the years, but this year, every year is different, Gary. And without them, it wouldn't be as amazing as it is now.
That was a great experience in ending the Xavier Festival Days, Alyssa.
As always, Gary, as always. And like I said earlier, it's really a bittersweet emotion to be feeling right now as a graduating student, as a 4th year graduating student, and the 4 years I've been through celebrating one of the most amazing times in Xavier, because we spent 365 days with books, projects, and requirements bringing us down, fighting us down, wearing us down. But there is that one event that we look forward to every year that makes us feel so thankful that we're part of Xavier, and there is a lot to celebrate about. And it's really so sad, Gary.
Yes, me too. I'm so sad that it's time to say goodbyes. But to kick it off, don't forget to drop by and join the XC dance party at 9 p.m. at the soccer field.
Yes, as the saying goes, Ateneans study hard, but they study hard. But they party harder. So have fun, guys, but stay safe. And we would like to grab this opportunity to thank the people for the 3 days of this XUTV.
Thank you, guys.
Smart.
The event was powered by Smart.
Articus, and the Development Communication Department.
So this has been Gary.
And this has been Alisa.
This is XUTV signing off. Exceed expectations, experience excellence.